As star of the HGTV series Good Bones, Mina Starsiak-Hawk knows a thing or two about building. Now she's sharing her take on building a family with a sweet new children's book, Built Together. So, hi, Mina, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, this is your first book. Tell us a little bit about the concept. I mean, you've got to be super excited about it and kind of why you wanted to write it.
I'm super excited. My family is far from like the typical mom, dad, 2.5 kids, golden retriever. I've had my parents have had 8 marriages between them. So
The more
we've got
the
all
merrier.
kind. Yes, the more the merrier, and that's really kind of what the book is about. So I've had, step siblings, step parents, half. I have ex step siblings. I have ex step parents. So it's just this fun take on building your own family, kind of how you build a house. It's getting more normalized, not having the normal family, but a fun way to kind of present it to kids at a much younger age.
Yeah, it's good to teach kids that not everything looks the same and not everybody's
Yeah,
the same and not everyone's.
exactly. And I think kids are tough, like they can be mean to each other. So just again, like normalizing a lot of things that really are normal, but maybe aren't talked about as much.
Yeah, well, let's speak about your son Jack for a second. First of all, he's so adorable. But does Jack realize that he's the star of this book? Because the book is told from his perspective, really.
I don't think so. The characters he recognizes in it, even though it's like should be me and Steve, are our dogs.
Yeah.
He like knows, they're like, oh yeah, it's like that's Frank, that's Sophie, that's Bee. So he's super, super into animals. That's really all he cares about right now.
Yeah, and that's the kind of the eye level that kids are at. You know, it's
Yes,
like they see the dog's eyes before they see the adult.
exactly. She go back
Like,
to sleep? Oh, she went back to sleep. That's Hannah. She's our
hi.
nanny and she lives with us. So
Okay.
Hannah's been with us since Jack was what, 9 months old? 6 months old? 9, 10 months. And we got super lucky because
Yeah.
she now watches both of them during the day and makes it so Steve and I can still work.
Yes, it is so important to have somebody that you can count on to help you.
Yeah, we have friends who have been looking forever. And I'm like, sorry,
Sorry,
we lucked out. Ours is really good. You can't have her.
yeah, yeah. So, you mentioned before about being very open. If you look at even if you don't watch the show, if you watch follow you on social media, you are very open, very honest. You talk about, body positivity after having a baby, which is not easy to even feel that way for yourself, and your decision to get a tummy tuck. Was there any hesitation in sharing that, or you just thought it feels right to me?
I always knew that I was going to. It was just trying to figure out the right way to share it because there are like very strong opinions about embracing your post baby body in whatever its form is. Why you would want to embrace like a level 4 episiotomy, I don't know.
Yeah.
But more power to those women. So it
Yeah.
was just trying to figure out kind of like the right way to share it where it wasn't like this really polarizing conversation.
What's the response been to kind of your honesty about all this stuff?
The majority has been overwhelmingly supportive, and most women are like, "Hell yeah, girl! Like if I had an extra chunk of change, I'd do the
Yeah.
same thing." Or a lot of them are, "I waited. I wish I had done this 20 years sooner,
Yeah.
10 years sooner."
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's positive.
Yeah.
You're also shooting the new season of Good Bones. Anything you can tell us about the new season? Any houses that are worse than some of the ones you've done in the past?
I mean, they're just, I don't even know how you get necessarily worse than that. We do have a really fun episode, though, that is our old warehouse that we renovated, and it's our store now. So that one
Nice.
it'll be a special episode somewhere in the season. I don't know where. But yeah, lots of animal poo and burn down houses and, the usual fun stuff that we find.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you are still shooting. I'm glad those babies are good. And I think everyone's going to love the new book. Mina's book, Built Together, is out now. Thanks so much for taking the time, Mina.
Thank you.